Reaper from Reaper Gaming here, coming to you with Game 2 of Set A of the NFC Wildcard Series. Yesterday, the Giants prevailed over the St. Louis Rams with a 2-0 win. So, this game will be the decider whether or not Cardinals move on to face the Giants, or we move on to Game 3, with the series being tied at 1-1. Now, yesterday and Friday, I know I interfered just a tad bit, but not all that much. So, let us begin, shall we? But first, I need to swap off the comments and spectators. Right. And it is prime time in the afternoon. I don't know. And I'll now hand it off to the AI commentators. And yes, I will be popping in every now and then, but for the most part, it'll be all AI.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. With that, let's get out to the desert. Standing by in Glendale, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and for both of these teams that we're going to see, Charles, the future is kind of right now. You know, this is something you only see a handful of times in an NFL season where you've got a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the era we're in now. Because our dads, they didn't see rookie quarterbacks go against each other. In fact, it could be 2-3 years before they even saw the playing field. Nowadays, you get drafted, they expect you to play earlier, and these guys as competitors, they'll take their lumps early, but they'd rather be on the field.
After a loss in Game 1 of 28-23, the Packers are hoping to win this game to stay alive in the Wildcard Series. So let's get it on, shall we? Boogie,
Here's
boogie,
the
boys,
kicker,
let's
Zane
play some
Gonzalez,
football.
ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Check.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd and 5. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Terrell Suggs.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all. Do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Chandler Jones had a nice run in New England, but I think he's found a real home in Arizona with their pressure package and their ability to utilize him in various ways. Standing up as an outside linebacker, he can come off the edge or loop inside in pass rush. And they can also put his hand down on the ground in pass rush situations and let him try and win against offensive tackles.
2nd and goal from the 1. 2nd and 1. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. A very early decision to be made here.
There is, and I think that because they're the home team, I would ride that wave a little bit, and I would gamble and go for it. Doesn't seem like it's optimal, but you're the home team. You'll get the support of the crowd all game long. Go get it right now. Put 6 on the board.
And on their first drive, the offense, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message, and the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up.
Done.
You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. They'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing now is Murray, and that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Here we go. Set. 50. Play.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let him know, let him know.
2nd and 10. And that's going to be in. Complete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across. Field down to the 45.
Let's go, let's go.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Let's go, Abby. What you got? What you got, Abby? Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And Graham's got it. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Strip that ball. Set, go. Set, go.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
What's the run? They're running it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm going back to you.
2nd and 9 now. The connection made. It's Graham. And able to break. One tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 27th, Murray. And this is incomplete. Tremont Williams there to break that one up.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Murray now to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks. At the line of scrimmage. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Fitzgerald hauling it in for Murray, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Murray now. He gets this one to Johnson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan, and you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection, so you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield, so you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He finds his man, Johnson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches, hidden yards that may not go.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
So folks, I decided that I am going to finish off the game.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chomp into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This complete to the tight end Clay. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on deep. Defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On On the counter, here's Jones. Corey Peters there to bring him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is in. Complete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And Adams has it. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get.
Oh, come on. I can't.
Timeout here by the offense. It's just.
That was close. I mean, just. And watch. Had I not thrown it, had I not thrown it a second before, that would have happened.
First, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down and 4, Murray, he's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1st down, Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it makes the score 21-10. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Lets this one rip toward Graham. He's got a man complete. Past the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison. 49 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And an alley to run. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, open man, completes it to Butler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Partner, he sold the go route really well.
And I will be fast. First I got
Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for... Nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Murray now on 1st down. Complete. It's Johnson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be...
We shall see the final score. And so the Packers keep the series alive.
Charles,
as
you
they
never
come
take
back
that
to
for
win
granted, no
game
matter who you're playing, no matter where you're
31-17.
playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you
We'll
prime
see
the
you
pump all week in your
Thursday
own home facility.
for the third
No one
and
thinks we can do
final
this. Only
game
people who believe are right here in this room.
Set
And then
for
you go
set
on the
A
road,
in the
band together,
NFC
and get it done.
Wild Card series. And so, that Thursday will decide whether the Packers or the Cardinals.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.
As I was saying before I was interrupted, Thursday will be the decider whether if the Cardinals or the Packers will move on to face Aaron Rodgers and the Giants for the Eastern Division Series. And as I said before in the beginning of the video, tomorrow will be a doubleheader between the Buccaneers and Bears and the Redskins and Cowboys. So be sure to tune in tomorrow for the doubleheaders. I've been Reaper from Reaper Gaming. Saying, see you next one and peace.